Hi, everybody. I'm here to share with you the fact that sometimes we are in this moment of time when we feel that nothing has changed. I'm still the same person I was, yet everything has changed. Everything is different. And why am I sharing it? Because I see so many of us, including me and including my clients and many entrepreneurs, we always tend to look forward. We we finalize some project, we create something, we finish some amazing event, and we are already planning the next. We are already seeing what's next. We are celebrating, and I believe that if you are around me, you already know that celebrating is really important. But still, we are in the future and in the now, hopefully, as much as we can. But what I see that if we look back, we might see how big of a change we created in our lives and in the lives of our clients, of our families, whatever there is. For each of us, it's something different. And I wanted to share with you two things, two of my own stories, so you can get to know me better, but also you can understand and maybe get inspired to look at your past experiences to see how you grew. Because what I want you to experience is the gratitude, is that immense feeling of wow, I am really amazing. I did that. How did I do that? Instead of I could do better, I could do more, I could have been more courageous. No. If we are there, if we are thinking about how could we do better, we will always attract more of that. But if we are in the energy, amazing, this is amazing, thank you, thank myself, thank for anybody else that I'm here, that I'm living how I'm living now, then this energy will get bigger. You will attract more of this. And it's all connected to our stories to really see what we learned, what we lived. Last week, I was in Brno. That's a city here in Czech Republic. I lived there for more than 5 years when I studied university. And I was there on a marketing festival where we could listen to really amazing speakers from all around the world. But I had some time, so I arranged some meeting with my clients. And one topic we touched, two topics that I want to mention here. The first one was, and it's connected to this, to what I'm talking about, is the fact how our brain works, that we forget what was bothering us in the moment it stops existing. And we already look again at something else, what we need to solve or make better or optimize. But we often forget that we forgot that something was there bothering us. That meeting was with my clients, which are therapists, mentors, and myself. And we all had the same experience with our clients, but with ourselves too. So we realized, okay, this is something we need to touch base. We need to talk about it more. Because how can we be grateful for something if we forget that we even forgot about it? And the simplest thing it happens for me is when I have a headache, I take a pill, the headache goes away, and I forget that I was troubled by a headache. And only when my husband asks me or my friend asks me on the next day, how are you feeling? Oh, did that headache go away? Then I stop and I think, you're right. I had a headache. It was quite bothering me. I forgot that I had a headache, that I even had that problem. And my client, one of them who is a therapist, she said it's the same. When she works with a client, they do the little steps forward. And when they, I don't know, look back at I don't know, how was that client 6 months ago? At first, the client said, "Well, it was amazing these 6 months with you, but I feel the same. Nothing changed." Yet, when they look back, they see how much of the things changed. They see that really maybe even everything changed. But how can we know it if we don't look back? And the second thing I talked about with my clients in burnout was the fact how I was fragile in burnout, being there, even being there in the place where I was studying university is a little bit difficult. I feel fragile there. And why? This is the first story I wanted to share with you. Who knows me? And I need to stop and tell you who I am, right? So, my name is Poli, and I'm a holistic business architect and energy healer. And in this last decade, I've built now my sixth business is this global one, but I'm in business ownership and freelance work since I was 15. I was always like that. But with that connected, I always also struggled with anxieties. And when I was at the university, it was a struggle for me. I wasn't healed yet. That time at the university from 18 till 25, 24, 25, we moved to France. So 24 was the time when I was fighting for my life. Yet again, like always, since I was 5. I was fighting for every breath. I was fighting for every walk with the dog. I was fighting for every moment to be able even to go to a class, to do the exams, to even study with my brain clear of the anxieties. So, and I was already then, I was with my now husband. So we could say we share the memories, right? So when we were headed towards our hotel, my husband said, "I'm so looking forward to these 4 days together. It's so nice to get back in time and remember the times when we were here living here." And I said to him, "I understand you. I know you're right. But for me, I'm living in a kind of dysmorphia. Because on one side, I'm now feeling amazing. I'm living my dream. I'm living the life I never expected to even be able to live. But at the same time, my memories are different from his because back then I wasn't like that, like I'm here, I'm now. I'm still the same, but now I'm living fully. I'm not afraid of every step. I'm not afraid of every moment of my life. I'm not imprisoned by my traumas, by my panic attacks. So it's different. And I felt that if I would go down the memory lane, even if I'm quite all right now, this is where the fragility comes. I could, and I felt it. I was right on the verge that if I would go deeper in the memories, I would feel the anxieties again because they are still there in my body. My body knows the trails, how to switch them on. And being in that city, even if now I was happy as my husband to be there with all the kids in the festival, drinking drinks in the evening, getting to know amazing people, incredible. But I was fragile in that moment. And when I looked back like that, just as an observer, because I didn't want it to go deep, I saw how much have changed in 12 years now. The last time I lived there was 12 years ago. So in these 12 years, I healed myself. I became a mother. I became a wife. I lived in France for more than a year. I lived in different cities here in Czech Republic. I created several amazing projects, and I'm still growing. I'm still living the dream, my dream. Be not yours, my dream. And this is what I want you to experience, to see. What did you forget? What did you forget that was unimaginable for you? And now it's a norm. It's your new norm. What is there? Do it. Let me know in the comments. I would love to read what will you maybe find out? Because for me, this was big and still is. It often people ask me, and here we go to the second story, where do I find the courage to do all the things I'm doing now in these last few years? To do the leaps, to do the big decisions, to create the big impact events, to create all the programs, to support my clients, even in their hardest moments. Where do I find the courage? And I just take them back to that girl who thought she was the weakest link of all, that she was the biggest coward of all, because she was afraid of everything. But my husband was telling me since we were 17 that I am that he told me, Polly, you are the strongest person I have ever seen and got to know. And I never believed him. I was just asking, how can you even think that? I'm afraid of everything. How can you even think that I am the strongest person ever? And he said, it's not about being afraid. It's about the fact that you go on, that you still do the things, that you never give up. And even if I still don't feel like the strongest person on earth, and even if he still thinks that, and I'm so grateful that he does, this is where my courage comes from. I don't believe there's anything like failure. You can't fail, you just learn. And if you want to live to the fullest, you will never regret the things you have done. You will always just regret the things you haven't done. And from the moment I can do the things, the more I can do, the more I say yes to, because there's no failure. So I just answer my clients. For me, it's not courage. For me, it's my norm. It's the reality of who I am. I say yes to the things that makes my heart sing, to the things that make sense to me, that are aligned, really aligned to my vision, to the person who I am. And even if then, after that, after I do the leap, I'm afraid, of course I'm afraid. But I still know it's the right thing to do, so I do it. So I have a different relationship with fear because it's been right here, right there, my entire life, in such an amount that when I'm now nervous, even if it's unpleasant, it's not the hell that I've been through. So it's still okay. I still know I can do it, even if I sometimes just blame myself for being too crazy. So please look at your life. I know you are amazing. I know you can do incredible things. And if you realize how much you've already done, how many things you maybe even forgot, you've learned, how you moved, more will come, more magic will come. The last story that I want to share with you before I go away, and I think I will be picking my kids soon. 2020 and 2024. I'm now in the great leap of Melanie AnnLayer, and she was telling us about the leap years. And I never thought about it like that. So now I just look back where I was in 2020 and where I am now. Again, it's for you to see how the life can change really quickly, even if we think it's so slow. Yes, we will always feel it's so slow when we will be looking so forward to that vision. It will be never enough if we compare everything to our vision. That's just true. But if we compare it to the past, if we realize that the little steps, the little things create the big change, then there's nothing better than that, because then we can really start living to the fullest. And this is something I really want to do. This is my mission for myself and for my clients too. This is why you come to me when you feel like crap, or when you feel like your business is eating all your time. Even if your goal before was, guess what? Living to the fullest. Being with your friends, with your kids the most, with your partners, and not spending all the time for your business. It's about the relationship there, and we will be talking more about it in my upcoming masterclass. But for now, let's just realize that if you compare your now with your past, you will always see how amazing you are. And this is this is everything you need to grow. So in 2020, my daughter was in the first grade, I think, 4 years ago. Yeah. Oh, she was ending preschool. My son was 4 years old, and COVID hit, right? We already in that time, we had our marketing agency with my husband. I was the owner and the director of my Montessori preschool here in my town. I think I was still the owner of the language school. I think I had 2 or 3 businesses back then. And our life was great, even then. It wasn't the easiest, right? With 2 kids, 3 companies, or 2 companies, I don't remember well, but still it was great. We were working from home with my husband. It was the first time we were raising our kid, our second kid, really together, because the first one, my husband was a lot away, right? But so this time we really changed that paradigm already, and we were raising our child together. So I had a lot of support. My husband had a lot of support. We loved our marketing agency. We loved our clients. We loved our communities. It was all amazing. But we were hitting a ceiling of income and energy. We were starting to feel tired, right? Maybe a little bit frustrated too. Like, why aren't we growing more? And how can we take more clients if we wanted to be a boutique agency? We never wanted a giant team. So how can we scale if we don't want to be a classical marketing agency? So we of course had some online things and a membership, a course. All of these things were just incredible. And then I did the crazy leap. By the end of 2020, I was no more a marketing strategist. In November, I felt, okay, we are closing. We are closing down our marketing agency because I can't be a marketing strategist anymore. I can't do that. Why? it wasn't because I don't believe in marketing. I still love marketing. I'm still a marketing strategist, but I couldn't call myself like that anymore because what I saw in the years before was something that really changed my look at all the numbers and strategies because I saw how energy changes everything. I saw, and if you know me for a while, you know that I'm talk about it often. I saw that anything can work, and on the other side, nothing will work if the creator of that thing will hate it or he won't just believe it, he will do it only for money. Sometimes it works, but not for so long. So in that time came to me that okay, I'm no longer only a Facebook ad strategist, a marketing strategist, a funnel maker, everything like that. I still am that. I still do that with my clients. Today on a one-on-one session, we just looked through my client's ad manager. So I still love to do that. But I knew that I'm not only that. I added the energy part to my strategy work, and everything changed. In that instant, everything changed. I leaped. I started to make much more money. I started to create a bigger change and shift in my clients' businesses. And now, 4 years after that, I have an amazing platform that was born 4 months after that decision. And now it's 3 years older, 3 years here in the existence. Now, a year ago, I started creating my global brand. I I had my book, a co-author book, Women Thrive, came out November 2023. So many things changed that I could never imagine that they could even exist in my life. But I'm still the same girl that was there afraid at the university. I'm still that girl who was so happy she's pregnant with her first child. I'm still that girl who burned out while building the preschool, while taking care of her family, while getting pregnant with the second child. I'm still the same, but everything changed. I now realize more how I love my work. I realize more how I can help my clients without the pressure that back then I would put on myself and anything else. So I hope you enjoyed my share. I hope we will see each other more. And don't forget to comment or follow, and let's see each other. And just let me know, what did you find from my share for you, or share your looking back in time. So have an amazing day, have an amazing Monday, and see you later.